Northwest Profiles, presented by CarStar. Cars are more than just metal. They're our friend, and our best friend's best friend. When something happens to them, you can depend on CarStar for collision, glass, and auto care. CarStar, where accidents unhappen.
I'm Bill White, otherwise known as the Cookieman. I have the Rose Lake restaurant, and that's where I started my cookies, and I service other stores and such with my cookies. I enjoy making the cookies. It's actually relaxing to me. They're large cookies. Everything's big in Texas. Well, they're bigger in Idaho. And they're homemade. Snickerdoodles take me a little extra time because I have to roll them like this and put them in the cinnamon sugar. It's not like I do a plop, plop, you know. I hand make all those cookies, and a lot of them are unique recipes that I've drummed up myself, and so pretty fun, you know, doing different things with cookies. I like them. Everybody else seems to like them. I have 15 varieties of cookies. I make chocolate chip, I make snickerdoodles, M&Ms, peanut butter chocolate chip, oatmeal chocolate chip, oatmeal raisin. My favorite is the Patriot, which is red, white, and blue, the blueberries, the craisins, and the white chips. I make frosted cookies and no-bakes, and no-bakes are just on the stovetop. I didn't get into those till about a year after I was making cookies, but they've caught up with the chocolate chip as the best sellers. I usually do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for my baking days, and I get up 2:30 in the morning and start at 3. I have to get out about 2,000 cookies a week, so in those 3 days, break it down to almost 700 cookies a day. It makes a long day for me. To make good cookies, you have to be consistent on the texture, the amount of baking time, and I take good care of my cookies, and I make sure they all pretty much uniform, but they still have that homemade look to them. That's looking like a pretty good consistency now. When I do blend my cookies up, I can tell the consistency that I need. They're still soft in the center and still get a crispy outer edge. I have a convection oven, and I don't trust it to cook evenly, so I check it halfway through my cooking process, and I spin the trays to make sure it cooks evenly. A lot of bakeries, they have to use a little extra butter than I use, and that's because they need them to flatten out. Well, I have enough consistency that it works where I can just flatten them with my hand and then put them in the oven and they'll spread evenly. I have a lot of people say, "How do you do this?" And I go, "I guess it's just inherent in how I do it." I grew up on a farm, you know, not a whole lot to do once we got our chores done. Mom and Dad both worked, so we made our own food, so cookies was a staple for me. I love making my cookies. Well, I really can't give you a recipe because, you know, I just take a basic recipe and tweak it a little bit, and I couldn't tell you exactly the measurements because I don't do measurements. I just go, yep, that looks good. That's enough butter. That looks like enough sugar. That's my recipe in my mind. I might write it down one day when I get out of the cookie business. I'm 64 now, and so I may retire. Yeah, I may not, but when I do, I might write a recipe book. I started this business just to work on my own and enjoy making cookies and such, and I just like to keep it small. You know, I think I have a better quality cookie when I do it myself, and they're more consistent, more uniform. And when you get one of these large cookies, it's made by me, the Cookieman. Being the Cookieman, it's kind of fun, you know. I like the fame pretty much, you know. People just know me as the Cookieman. And I do enjoy people enjoying the cookies.
If you have an idea for Northwest Profiles, send it to KSPS TV, 3911 South Regal, Spokane, Washington 99223. Northwest Profiles is a presentation of KSPS Public Television.